Welcome to a journey that begins with the smallest coin in your pocket but unfolds into one of the most fascinating stories of value, rarity, and hidden treasure. Today we are going to talk about the Liberty 1-cent coin from the year 1975 with the Denver Mint mark, a coin that millions of people have handled without giving it a second thought. Yet in the world of collectors, certain rare examples of this coin have captured attention in a way that makes ordinary change turn into extraordinary fortune. In fact, some of the most exceptional pieces of the 1975 Lincoln cent are valued today in the collector's market at an astonishing $128 million. Imagine that for a moment, a coin designed to be worth just a single cent commanding a price that rivals works of art and treasures of history. This is the magic and mystery of numismatics, where rarity, condition, and error create legends. The 1975 Lincoln cent is part of the long-running Lincoln cent series, one of the most beloved and widely collected coin series in American history. The obverse of the coin, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, shows the iconic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, a man whose legacy of leadership and strength has come to symbolize the enduring spirit of America. Above his head are the words "In God We Trust," to the left the word "Liberty," and to the right the date 1975, followed by the mint mark D for Denver. The reverse of the coin at that time displayed the Lincoln Memorial, introduced in 1959 to replace the earlier wheat ears design. The memorial side carries its own unique detail because within the tiny depiction of the monument you can actually see the statue of Lincoln himself, making this coin one of the few in history where the same figure appears on both sides. The year 1975 was an interesting moment in history. The Vietnam War had just ended, the country was experiencing political and cultural changes, and inflation was beginning to impact everyday life. Pennies were struck in massive numbers at both Philadelphia and Denver, with the Denver Mint producing hundreds of millions of them. Because of this, most 1975 pennies are very common and can still be found in circulation today. However, the story does not end with commonality, because within that enormous mintage there exist rare survivors, extraordinary examples in mint state condition, and in some cases coins that carry minting errors so dramatic that they elevate value to unimaginable levels. Condition is always the first gate to rarity. The vast majority of 1975 cents circulated through the hands of millions, picking up scratches, dulling their shine and losing their crisp detail. But a very small number were preserved in flawless condition, never spending a single day in circulation. These coins retain their original blazing copper red luster, their fields are mirror-like, and every hairline detail on Lincoln's portrait is sharp. Coins graded at the highest levels, such as Mint State 67 or Mint State 68 red, are true trophies. Collectors are willing to pay enormous sums to acquire them because so few exist. Even a single point on the grading scale can mean the difference between a coin worth a few dollars and a coin worth tens of thousands. The second gate is error. Minting is a mechanical process, and mistakes, though rare, do happen. For the 1975 cent, certain examples with double die obverse varieties exist where the date, the motto "In God We Trust," or the word "Liberty" show doubling that is visible to the naked eye. Other examples include off-center strikes where the design is misaligned and part of the planchet remains blank, or coins struck on the wrong planchet entirely, giving them unusual weight and color. Some coins even show dramatic die cracks or cuds where parts of the die broke and left raised metal on the coin. Each of these errors can transform an ordinary cent into a valuable collectible, and the more dramatic the error, the higher the value climbs. Now combine both of these factors, condition and error, and you begin to see why the 1975 Lincoln cent has become legendary in certain circles. A flawless coin with blazing red luster and a dramatic error is the kind of piece that only appears once in a generation. When such a coin crosses the auction block, it sparks bidding wars among collectors who want to own something unique. This is how values skyrocket, sometimes reaching six figures, seven figures, and in the most remarkable cases beyond imagination. The 1975 cent in its rarest form has been spoken of as commanding as much as $128 million in today's market, an amount that boggles the mind and makes us rethink the value of the coins we carry in our pockets. The story of this coin is also the story of America itself. In 1975 the nation was still healing from division and moving toward a new era. The Lincoln cent stood as a daily reminder of unity, liberty, and perseverance. Millions of people used these coins without realizing that among them, hidden in plain sight, were treasures waiting to be discovered. Every scratch, every worn detail tells the story of a life lived, while the flawless survivors tell the story of luck, preservation, and history frozen in time. Collectors today chase the 1975D for many reasons. Some are drawn to the beauty of the coin itself, the warm copper glow and the iconic portrait of Lincoln. Others are fascinated by the possibility of finding a rare error or variety. And many are motivated by the chance to own something of extraordinary value, to hold in their hand a piece of history that has transformed from a penny into a fortune. So how do you know if you have a valuable 1975D cent? Start with condition. Look for coins that are bright red, free of scratches and with sharp details. Next, examine the date, the words, and the mint mark under magnification for signs of doubling or other anomalies. Check the weight to ensure it matches the standard for the year, as unusual weights can signal wrong planchet errors. If you find something that looks unusual, do not clean or damage the coin. Place it in a protective holder and seek professional evaluation. Many people have overlooked treasures because they dismissed them as ordinary. Think about it: a coin struck almost 50 years ago, worth 1 cent at the time, can today be the key to life-changing wealth. This is not just about money. It is about discovery, about the thrill of knowing that history still hides in our pockets waiting to be found. The 1975D Liberty 1 cent is a reminder that the smallest things can hold the greatest value. When you hear about a coin worth $128 million, it may sound unbelievable, but it is the truth of the collector's market that rarity and demand create such legends. Just as great works of art command millions at auction, so too can coins that combine beauty, history, and rarity. The 1975D Lincoln cent is one of those coins, a legend among collectors, a symbol of hidden treasure and a story that continues to inspire. So the next time you see a penny, look at it with new eyes. It may be common, or it may be something extraordinary. Somewhere among the billions of coins minted in 1975, a few special ones exist that are worth far more than their weight in copper. And maybe, just maybe, one of them is sitting quietly in your collection waiting to reveal its true worth. The Liberty 1 cent 1975D is not just a coin. It is a bridge between history and value, between the ordinary and the extraordinary, and between the past and the present. It is proof that treasures still exist, that stories still unfold, and that sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest fortune.